Indiana-based engine manufacturer Cummins reached a quarterly revenue record this week of $6.1 billion. But the company's 2018 earnings are expected to be lower than predicted because of what the company says are about $100 million in expenses associated with trade tariffs and increased commodity costs. In a New York Times opinion piece, the CEO of Cummins wrote that what's at stake is not just the company's profits, but jobs in Seymour and other communities where we work. Barbara Brosier sat down with the Director of External Communications for Cummins to learn more about how that could impact employees and consumers.
Tell me a little bit about how big of a deal exports are for a company like Cummins.
Well, it's a huge deal for our company. We export between 2.5 and 3 billion annually from our plants here in the United States, and that involves plants in Columbus, it's plants in Seymour, Indiana. Seymour's a plant where we do high horsepower equipment, mostly for our power systems business, and up to 80% of those products are exported to global markets. So trade is of huge importance to it. It's critical to our company, and it's been the single biggest driver of growth for our company over the past decade.
Can you talk about how tariffs then, you mentioned keeping costs down, I'm sure that's making it especially tricky to do at this time.
Sure, it's a significant concern to us. We're looking at a pretty sizable impact, even just over the course of the rest of this year. So if they continue to escalate, if more tariffs are implemented, if we get closer to really entering a full-scale trade war, that's not going to just impact Cummins, it's going to impact our suppliers, our customers, and really, when you look at what the tariffs are at the very, basic level, it's a tax, and that tax will get passed down inevitably.
You mentioned the high dollar impact that these tariffs could have on Cummins just this year. What does that mean for the company's future?
We're in a good place right now as a company, but this is a significant headwind that we're looking at, and we need to continue to work to hopefully reverse this so it doesn't affect companies and businesses and American workers.
If not tariffs, what are some of the other ways that Cummins would like to see the government attempt to deal with a trade partner like China?
What we would like to see is not an approach that is a unilateral tariff, but instead let's have these negotiations with our trading partners. We understand there are things that need to change in some of these trade agreements, and we need to make them stronger. In some cases we need to modernize them. We need better access, equal access. What we find is free trade agreements help us thrive and help American businesses thrive. So the closer we can get to level playing field with these trading partners, we feel like we can succeed and win in the marketplace.
Cummins was also in the news this week because of a recall. The company is recalling 500,000 trucks because of faulty pollution controls. A defective engine part is causing dirtier exhaust than U.S. standards allow. The trucks range from big pickups to utility trucks to big rigs manufactured between 2010 and 2015.